Yeah. Welcome back to another Friendly Foes pod. It's me again. I told you I'd be back. But now we're going to be talking about a little NFL football and some rankings and predictions. For this video, we're going to start off with our AFC North rankings. Each video coming across the next couple days, we'll be going across each division in NFL. And we're going to go through it like that. These videos shouldn't be too long, but I'm passionate when I'm talking about these things, and some of these teams I get real passionate about because, man, they really grind my gears, man. But this is just something fun to talk about. But if you have any disagreements, take them up in the comments. Ain't my fault. But like I said, we're going to start out with the AFC North, man. We're going to start talking about those Cleveland Browns. Go Dogs. They didn't do too much in the offseason. Last year, they finished in total offense 28th. They were down there with my Carolina Panthers. And I know the Browns didn't do a lot if they down there with the Panthers. 28th. And in all season, it didn't seem like they did anything to help out that 28th ranking. They got a new OC, Tommy Rees, former Alabama and Notre Dame OC. Defense finished total defense in 19 last season. So that was a improvement from 28th on offense. You know, they have Myles Garrett back there, and they have a pretty good secondary with Denzel Ward and Grant Delpit. They added Devin Bush in the free season, the off season. And also they had Mason Graham. Mason Graham is going to be a huge pickup for them. And defensively, I think that's going to keep them in games and help them continue to be somewhat a good team or decent team. I don't expect the Browns to be a playoff team this year. I don't think they expect themselves to be a playoff team. I think they're building in the trenches. Offensive line is very solid. Joel Bitonio, Wyatt Teller, very solid pieces. Very solid. And I think they're building the trenches. I think they're building in the right way. I don't know if Kevin Stefanski is going to be here next year because they fired their OC. They got Tommy Rees, like I said. Tommy Rees, young, innovative OC. You know, NFL players, NFL GMs love to hire innovative OCs and things like that. So I don't know if Kevin Stefanski is going to be here next year if he has another bad year. Got his college football going on in the back. Is that Deshaun Purdy? I don't believe he'll be here. Be there if he doesn't have a good season again. I expect Jerry Jeudy, excuse me, to have a breakout season. He's going to have that breakout season and show he's a wide receiver one. He has the capabilities. He has the speed, strength, route running, very precise in his route running, very technically sound and clean. Very good at what he does in route running. But do they have the quarterbacks to get him there? Get them involved. We got Flacco. They signed on a 1-year extension. And they drafted Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel, which is very surprising that they drafted both of them. But they did it anyway. And it's going to be something, man. Flacco goes down. Who will they call on? Right now, they have Dylan Gabriel's number 2. I didn't see a lot from Dylan Gabriel. Shedeur, he started out pretty good in the first game, but after that, just wasn't enough. I don't think either of these guys are ready to start at all. But I feel like they're transitioning. If they're able to learn something from Flacco, they may find something, find a spark there. But I like what the Browns are doing. They drafted Quinshon Judkins. They drafted him. But outside of Judy and Njoku, they have no one. Quinshon Judkins, he should be coming back. I don't know if he was practicing while he was suspended at all. They have Jerome Ford as their RB1. I don't know what they can do for me. To be honest with you, I'm like, they're not doing a lot for me, man. This team has to play almost perfect games to win games. And perfectly set. Like, defense has to be A1. They need a defense that's going to be at least top 12 to be successful in their eyes this year. At least a 500 record. But I have them finishing at 6-11 this year. I have them getting swept by every team in the division but the Bengals. And that's no disrespect to the Browns. I just think that division is so strong. I don't think the Browns can compete. Moving on to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are one of those teams for me that I don't know. Like, their plan is not all there for me. And the reason is we bring in old veterans to steal time from our younger developing players. What? We sign an old Aaron Rodgers to play quarterback for us. Bro, what? We signed an old Jalen Ramsey, an old Darius Slay. The Steelers are a very weird team to me. I think their ceiling is just a ceiling. I think they're going to be a 9-18. That is their ceiling for me, and their floor is 7-10 for me. I don't see a lot from them. I'm not expecting a lot from them. You sign DK in the all season, trade for him, pay a lot of money, but you lose George Pickens. So this Steelers team is an odd commodity. Their defense is going to break them new. They finished last year ranked 12th in total defense, and offense they finished 23rd. And their lack of big play success, I wouldn't truly blame it on the entire players in Russ last year. If I'm correct, you still have Arthur Smith as your head coach. Arthur Smith was the head coach in Atlanta. Arthur Smith is your OC. Arthur Smith was your head coach in Atlanta. That is a heavy team that wants to run the ball. Pittsburgh lacks explosiveness for me. Like, we have DK, okay. Other than that, who do we have on the other side that's going to be explosive? Jalen Warren, not going to be explosive running back. Wear you down, run game. They have the run blockers in DK, Darnell Washington. I'm expecting a big year from you, Darnell. I'm really expecting a big year from you, Darnell. Let's do this, man. But Pittsburgh, I really don't understand offensively. And I'm trying to piece it together in my head. You say, okay, we have a run game. Arthur Smith has a run game. Aaron Rodgers, he's not going to get hit a lot. We're going to run the ball. We're going to go play action off that. Hit DK on some slants going across the field. And DK, variety-wise and routes, does not have too much variety. He's still a really good wide receiver, but his route tree itself is not have too much variety in it. And I don't think Arthur Smith would be that creative in the play calling with the wide receiver variety and variation in route trees. But I think they got old, man. They got old real fast, these corners, Ramsey and Slay. You got Joey Porter, who's an outstanding corner they have. Really, he's going to be outstanding. But Ramsey said he wants he wants the wide receiver ones. We'll see about that. Bon voyage. Go ahead, Jamar. They picked up Jack Sawyer. I really like Jack Sawyer coming out the draft. I think he's going to be a pretty good player. Will Howard. They draft him understudy. Learn from Rodgers. I think Will Howard is going to be a consistent player. I don't see him being elite. I think he's going to be consistent. Caleb Johnson, running back out of Iowa, another big bruising running back who's going to take over the game from wear and tear. But, yeah, this team, defensively, I see them being great in the pass defense and run defense. Because their corners, they can play zone, they can play man, and they can bump and run. And that gives time for those edges. TJ Watt, they always got him outstanding to get in the backfield. And that's what's going to cause other teams in the AFC North problems. Got your Bengals and your Ravens. they like to go play action. They like to throw the deep ball. Well, the Steelers can match up with them, man to man in zone. So that's the one thing going for the Steelers. I predict them going 9-8 this season, but they do get swept by the Bengals. But they sweep the Browns and they split with the Ravens. I do have that happening. Excuse me. All right, next up. The Baltimore Ravens, man. I really like this team. It's fun to watch, man. They're fun to root for. You know, I hate a lot against them. I like they're really fun to root for and just fun to watch and enjoy. Lamar, he's great, man. I love the offense they run. Just awesome, man. So spread out and free, and I just wish he would throw the ball more. And I wish they would run the ball more with Derrick Henry. Run the ball with Derrick Henry. That's all you gotta do, bro. Run the ball with Derrick. But Ravens last year, #1 offense in the NFL. Whoop-de-doo. Wow, who would have guessed it? Great. Total defense, number 10. They got a bend but don't break defense. I really want them to get better and not letting teams drop down the field and just giving up field goals. How about we just stop them there? And, yeah, it's not a lot to say about this team. Additions-wise, they picked up Jair, who I think is going to be so much better than that horrible person named Brandon Stevens. Good God. And Malachi Starks, I expect him to have the best secondary in the NFL. No doubt. This Ravens team right here should have the best secondary in the NFL. Now, they need to be able to stop the run. I think they were #1 in run defense last year. I need to stay healthy as well. Ravens O-line have a tendency to get hurt, and God forbid, like, they get hurt, Lamar starts getting just demolished back there. They can't run the ball. Can we just stay healthy? Now, the biggest scare for me this year, they lost Justin Tucker. And he was a consistent stable. I know last year he had a down year, but Justin Tucker was consistent for years. Now they move in with a rookie kicker, Tyler Loop. It's a rookie kicker. They drafted him, so they're very high on him. But he's still a rookie kicker. So he's going to have ups and downs. And I think it might cost him in a couple games. But I think this Ravens team will be fine, though. I feel like Mark Andrews is going to have a bounce-back season, man. Mark was injured a lot last season. He's going to have a bounce-back season. So don't be too hard on Ravens fans. He's going to bounce back, man. Lamar's going to have a chip on his shoulder. And please, run the ball with Derrick Henry. I promise you it works. You went number one offense in the league last year. And when you get in the playoffs, continue to run the effing ball with him. Why do we ever stop? Come on, man. But I have the Ravens finishing 12-5. 12-5. And they sweep the Browns. They'll split with the Steelers, and they'll split with the Bengals. That's just Ravens fashion right there. 12-5. Yeah. But I do have them going at least to the conference championship in my mind. Or even Super Bowl. If they do what they have to do. Mind you, these split games with the Bengals and Steelers, if they play, they're the best team in the division. If they play how they're supposed to, they are the best team in the division, without a doubt. Without a doubt, the Baltimore Ravens are the best team in the division if they come to play every game. But is that the case? We know for the past 3 seasons, they do not come with their very best every game. But I'm expecting a lot out of the Ravens this year, so let's go. And the final team in the AFC North we're going to cover, the Cincinnati Bengals. Whew. They really messy over there. Last year they had 9th ranked offense, 28th ranked defense. Can't do a lot with that at all. Key additions, key returns, daggone it. Shamar Stewart, first round pick. He's gonna be pretty good for them. He's gonna be pretty good. He's got some practice time, man. I'm expecting a lot from him. I know it's just his rookie year. I think he's going to be a standout, maybe defensive player of the year candidate, just because how much they're going to have to lean on him and how much he's going to have to come show out. And Trey Hendrickson re-signed, which is a big one. But is he going to be ready to play week 1? Just he can get any preseason work and any live work against other teams is just really integral, especially those D linemen. And Jamar and T re-signed, man, so that's always a plus. But I love this team's offense. This offense is something made out of magic, man. But I have them winning the division with a 13-4 record. I think Joe Burrow pushes them over the hump. Where I've seen Lamar falter in moments, where I've seen A-Rod falter in moments, where I've seen Flacco falter in moments, Joe Burrow has always been that consistent constant they've always had. And I believe the defense is going to be better this year. I truly believe it will be. I believe as long as they have a top 20 defense, they will be fine. The defense was horrible last year. I believe it will be top 20. And I believe their offensive firepower and will be enough. And I believe they'll learn they have to run the ball more because they finished 30th in rush yards per game last year. Mind you, running the ball is draining the clock. So you can't put your defense out there, which is susceptible to give up more and more points because they were bad last year. They were flat out bad. So I believe they're going to run the ball a lot this year. I believe they should run the ball. And, man, because T and Jamar, they're going to get their stats. They're going to get their stats no matter what. But they need to run the ball a lot more this year for them to keep the defense off the field, which I think they'll be better. Top 20, and I'm giving, when I say top 20, they're probably going to finish 20th or 19th. But I believe they'll be better. So, they're going to win the division. They're going to go 13-4 this season. They're going to sweep the Steelers. They're going to split with the Ravens and Browns. That's how I believe it will go. Man, this division is very stacked. Like I said, the Ravens are the best team in the division if they come to play every game. But I know there's going to have a couple slip-ups. The Bengals offensively and how consistent just Joe Burrow is, I'm taking that over. All these teams in here. The Steelers, they're not doing a lot for me, man. They're not doing a lot for me. The energy behind them, I don't feel it. I don't understand it. But they're going to be a consistent 9-8 to the end of time. We all know this. And the Browns, they're building in the right direction, going 6-11 this season. I really do think they're going in the right direction. They're going to get swept by the Ravens and Steelers, but they're going to split the Bengals. They're going to be – I think they're going to be pretty – they're building towards something that's going to be pretty good. But, man, let me know what division you guys want me to do next. And that's all I got for you guys. Friendly Foes pod. I'm going to try to stay consistent like Joe Burrow. All right, y'all. God first. God bless. Peace.